Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I want to go ahead and talk about y'all's favorite reality TV stars. We have a lot of updates. First things first, y'all's favorite reality TV star, Miss Nene Leakes. She's been in the news a lot lately. For The Sun, he was found in possession of fentanyl, said he was Brent, the younger brother, and, providing false information to the police. Now he's in prison and the back child support. So he has a lot going on. Everyone is offering, free rehab when he gets out. So that's great. Listen, also with Nene Leakes, the folks are everybody is still talking about the interview with Carlos King. I mean, that interview, they said that interview garnered more views than the actual show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I don't really believe because, of course, we don't know DVR, reruns, and Peacock numbers and stuff like that. But so everyone's been talking about Nene Leakes, but now there's a story about this $22,900 unpaid rent for the damn swag boutique that I first saw on to the Neighborhood Talk, and then I went back in. About an hour later, I went back to the Neighborhood Talk to read the comments and stuff like that, and the story was gone. Okay, they had cited and sourced TMZ, but I wanted to see what Neighborhood Talk fans had to say, and honey, the story was gone. So I'm like, okay, listen, there's a multitude of reasons as to why somebody would, a blogger or the blogs would delete a story. But my messy mind goes to, did Nene Leakes pay them off? Dun, dun, dun. Did she pay them off? Is she paying the girls off? Is Neighborhood Talk on Nene's payroll? I doubt it, child. I don't think no blog is on her payroll. If she, if this story is about the $22,900 in unpaid rent. So y'all know the swag boutique. She had one in Miami. She had one in Atlanta, Sugarloaf Mills. And then she also, had one MGM Grand, some casino, I'm assuming, Baltimore Harbor, Maryland, something like that. But those businesses do not exist. Okay. 404 not found. They are defunct. And so now we're getting this story. Nene Leakes sued over swag boutique store, talking about they owe rent. She owes rent. Nene Leakes is being taken to court over her shop, Swag Boutique. Her former landlord says she owes a bunch of dough and unpaid rent, according to the documents obtained by Nene, or TMZ, excuse me. Nene's being sued by her landlord at Sugarloaf Mills, the shopping center where her women's clothing store once stood. The landlord says Leakes first signed a lease agreement back in 2017 and then extended it for another year in 2021. Okay, she vacated in January of 2022 when the term ended, but never paid off the balance of $22,900 owed under the lease. The landlord allegedly sent Nene a letter last month telling her to pay up to avoid any legal woes, but says that she never coughed up the money. All right. So now Nene is being dragged to court and the landlord wants damages to cover the back rent plus its attorney's fees. All right. So listen. Remember when Ariel and Brielle was in front of TMZ talking about the foreclosure? Kim Zolciak, their mother, her foreclosure was a quote unquote misunderstanding. That's what I'm going to say about Candy's bills and Nene's bills and all the black women. I'm going to just say it's a misunderstanding. Okay. Kim Zolciak, if Kim Zolciak's $1,400 Target bill can be a misunderstanding, then this $22,900 debt, unpaid rent, back rent, yeah, that's a misunderstanding too. Maybe it's an oversight or just a misunderstanding. Listen, y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about, so we talked about Nene. Let's talk about, bye Nene. Let's talk about Ashley Silva. Speaking of Carlos King and the girls, what is going on with Carlos King and his talent? Carlos King, what's going on with Bravo and their talent? I feel like everyone is coming after reality TV. And you know who really don't treat their people right? TLC, allegedly. Why is it? I think TLC is the #1 reality network on cable TV, and nobody seems to be coming after them. I mean, how are they treating the 600-pound sisters? Okay, why isn't the sister wives coming out talking about we want residuals? Okay, we want a union. We want health care and child care and food and drinks and breaks. Why isn't it that the folks from 90 Day Fiance, why they not coming out talking about some, TLC is mistreating us? Right? Why is it that them ain't coming out talking about some, TLC is mistreating us, hostile work environment, racism, discrimination? Okay, what the hell is going on? Why is it only Bravo going through this and NBC Universal and Owen and Carlos King? Like, how come we never hear about TLC mistreating? They employ all of these different groups of people, the little peoples and the 600-pound sisters and the people, the immigrants from the 90 Day Fiance, all of these, disenfranchised groups, are they mistreating them? I mean, I just want to know. The polyamorous folks, the Amish. Child, I could go on and on and on. Anyways, Ashley Silva is coming out and she's saying that the Carlos King production is a Tubi movie. Remember when Monique Samuels basically said that she wasn't coming back? What was it? Yeah, she said she wasn't coming back to Love and Marriage DC because the paperwork wasn't right. And I came onto my platform and I said that is code for they don't have the budget. That is code for they don't have the money. If Monique Samuels thought that the Bravo check was small in comparison to Chris's money, that means that the OWN check had to be a fraction of the Bravo check. And by the second season of Love and Marriage DC, I think Monique Samuels knew that her marriage was headed for doomsday. Therefore, she needed every coin she could get, and OWN wasn't trying to cut the check, allegedly. I don't know if that's the truth here. I'm just making stuff up, okay? Well, I'm not making it up, but that's just a theory, okay? If I make up theories, I'll tell you, okay? I think that's a theory. It ain't fact. Okay, but when she said the paperwork ain't right, and listen, that could mean a multitude of things. But in my messy mind, it means the money wasn't right. Okay, so now you have Ashley Silva. And then, Monique said that Bravo and Andy Cohen, they wasn't really editing her right, trying to make her seem, to be a villain. Okay, Carlos and Owen was trying to make her seem like a nagging wife. Right, she didn't like the way that they were editing her. Ashley Silva of Love and Marriage DC is coming out talking about, well, now I get why it's taking them 8 months to edit the second half of Love and Marriage DC. She says to create a whole story. I'm the super villain and all the fuck shit everyone else did on and off camera mysteriously disappeared so that they are peacemakers. A Tubi movie at best. Burn. Carlos, why is your talent, specifically on DC, why do they keep coming out basically calling your productions low budget? Okay, now we need to do a podcast with Silva. What are her qualms with Love and Marriage Own and Carlos King Productions, Kingdom Reign Production Company? Okay, what is her issue? What is her troubles with the editing? But my whole thing is, listen. Okay, you can say whatever you want about the reality TV and the edits and stuff like that, but I mean, I have seen these contracts with my own eyes. Okay, I haven't seen, Ashley's contract, but I have seen the Bravo contracts. Don't ask me how I've seen it. I know what they look like, and I know that they include clauses that say that we can use your likeness and manipulate your likeness in order to create whatever narrative that we want to create, because that's what a TV show is. They take the content and take creative license to create a narrative, the narrative that they want to create. That's what reality TV is. You signed off on the fact that you gave this network creative license to make you look like a villain. And last time I checked, Ashley Silva, you slick kind of was a villain. I mean, it was giving Mean Girl. When I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of that show, it was giving Mean Girl vibes. All right. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. Moving right along. We have, what else? So we talked about Carlos King. Candiace Dillard said, now remember when Deborah was in the club? I think Ashley, what's her name? Darby and Giselle, they have an activewear line now. Let me not say that. Scratch, cut that out. No, they did an event and child, they got to fighting, child, and Deborah threw a drink at Candiace, and so Candiace is talking about it for the first time.
And I not defend myself. And I think that as a human being, anyone who is in a situation where they are at their place of work, which is where I was, and you are being physically attacked, would defend themselves.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree with Candiace. She basically said, I was in a mode of self-defense. I was turned around and somebody, Deborah, threw a drink at my back or was attempting to assault me. And so Candiace Dillard probably has a little bit of PTSD from the Monique Samuel situation, speaking of Monique. And, which is probably one of the reasons why she grabbed that glass and started, going all over the place because she was being attacked. I don't blame her. I was kind of shocked when I saw her pick up that bottle. I was like, and y'all know how the Green Eye Bandits is going to spin the situation. We don't want you to be a part of the group. We're afraid of you. We're afraid. You're a dark-skinned girl and you got violent. We already know. We already know the situation. They're going to try to make it seem like, Wendy doesn't need to be a part of the group because she brought this Kiana girl around and Kiana's beating up Deborah. And Candiace is picking up bottles. We already know the spin that they're going to. I'll be surprised if Giselle and Robin actually stick up for the dark-skinned women for once in their lives and condemn Ashley and her thirsty ass Sesame Street character friend. Okay? Anyways, so Deborah definitely deserves some discipline for what she did to Candy or Kiana and Candiace and the rest of the girls, which is one of the reasons why Kiana beat her ass. Okay, we don't condone violence or bullying onto the show, but listen, every action has a reaction, and the reaction was you got your ass beat. Now, apparently, Kiana went to the hospital because she got a busted face, but that's only after the little thirst bucket with the yellow two-piece set on wanted to, drag Kiana all the way down to the ground. I guess Deborah is her friend, and so she felt bad, so desperate. What they say, desperate calls for desperate measures, desperate. Y'all know the saying. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so I don't blame Candiace for picking up that bottle because it's like, girl, you're not finna try to assault me and me not be ready to. Okay, I'm like that too. I don't fight. I don't like to fight. I don't really, I really never been into a fight, but I'll grab my phone, this remote, I'll throw a drink, this glass. Throw this like a damn hockey puck in between your two eyeballs, bitch. Don't play with me. Okay? Do not play with me. So y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Do y'all care about Keke Palmer and the boyfriend? They done broke up, according to a source. Y'all know about a month ago, Keke Palmer went to the Las Vegas residency of Mr. Usher, and he was serenading her, and she was wearing her sheer outfit. The boyfriend / baby daddy went on to Twitter and said that, why is you wearing that and why is you doing that? You're a mother now. You're a mother. Okay. And I ain't like that because first off, I don't think listen, how can I say this in a nice way? I don't think this young gentleman was ready to date someone of Keke Palmer's status. That's number one. She's a star, right? And listen, I could understand how you could be irritated at the fact that she's in Vegas and she's wearing this, that, and the third, and she's being serenaded by Usher, who's fine as hell, and anyone, including me, would drop their panties for him. So I get that. But at the same token, I also feel like, girl, she's Keke Palmer. And if you really have an issue, she has a cellular device, baby. Okay, do y'all normally communicate through an app called X? Okay, I'm a little bit confused at the situation. So that was a punk move, if you ask me. And so, Keke Palmer, she's being petty. So according to a source, they done broke up. And I don't completely disagree with that. I was talking to my friend the other night. Maybe when this all first started. And my friend was saying, I don't necessarily agree with him going to Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. But I also don't want Keke Palmer to, exit this relationship just because social media is perpetuating this narrative that he's this, that, and the third, and that she should leave. Don't let the internet control the trajectory of your relationship. Which I did agree with as well. But I find it to be crazy that someone is going to go to Twitter instead of hitting me up. Maybe he did both, but I just kind of feel like that's a big no-no, especially when you're a celebrity. So, apparently they broke up, and now Keke Palmer is in Usher's music video. Okay, starring in his new music video, which I think is super, super shady. Yeah, that's about it. So, listen, y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about the situation in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.